Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery, and this is a dry 12 by 16 inch canvas, which I'm going to use some of my Frostbite, which is a Prizm pour from Colourarte. Most of my colors are from Colourarte, and there's a 20 to 30% off sliding coupon depending on what you spend underneath the video. If you look for it, it's near the link tree. Frostbite with a drop of red violet and a bunch of ultramarine blue from Vivid Intense. And I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to think that this might wind up being my sky, even though it's going to be surrealistic and stripy. And I probably don't need to go the full length of it, and if I do, I might wind up with more paint than I want. And I think I have to do the top and the bottom at 2 different times. So I'm going to grab what I'm going to use some of. Oh, I didn't check my top was open. Well, let me really quick. This is the Frosted Berry. It's a really pale pink. I could probably use the Chantilly lace instead. Let's see if I can get any to come out. Well, that's good. Even when the top is a little plugged, it might be good for making dots. Not that one, that was linked. So I've also got some red violet, which is a Vivid Intense fluorescent. Getting more plugged up as I go along. I want to use some weird colors, sky colors, sunset sky colors. This is my sour lemon with a little bit of orange crush in it. I don't really want it anywhere near the blue. I'm going to use some orange crush. I'm probably going to use some jasmine. And then I'm going to try and hope that there's going to be time enough for me to go down and do the bottom, which might not be really realistic on my part. What else am I going to put in the sky? I think it's going to have to be some Chantilly lace. I could put silver in there to kind of work. This is the Chantilly lace. I'm still tempted by the jasmine, even though it's bright. I did say it was going to be surreal, so that would explain that, I guess. Now, most of the reason I'm adding the Chantilly lace isn't just because I want Chantilly lace, it's because I think I need, I should say, something to sort of fill up and help slide a batch of colors along. I think I'm going to go for the red violet in the sky, which might be pushing my luck a little. I should probably be using something paler. Maybe I'll put it right on some Chantilly lace. I do just get sort of spontaneously inspired to put colors. I don't know why or where. Just I want some drama. And if I left a gap, that's a good place to put a color. Now, I would usually use my spatula. And maybe I should. I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the custom color blue. Let's see if there's anything else I want to put in there. I've got this really cool Poseidon blue, which is probably wrong. What else should I put in there? Something else? Something like Plum Blossom, which is a primary element, which is very nearly the frosted berry. So I can resisted myself putting down the jasmine. Move that out of the way. Need to move a couple things out of the way. Three things out of the way. I've got some more purple. I've decided I'm going to add some of the Burmese red. Mostly because it's dramatic. Maybe I'll go very small dots, which might look weird. We'll find out together. Not really leave myself a lot of elbow room, but at least my turntable will turn. Alright, here goes nothing. Really? No, I'm going to grab this. Well, I would have, but it's in the bucket. Okay, can't have the squeegee. And obviously I do need that color at the other end. So next time I'll put my dots all the way down. For the moment, I'm just going to wipe off my spatula. Oh, and I forgot to dampen my studio rag, which is sort of an imperative thing to do. So I kind of want to put the jasmine down after all. And use the sour lemon that I add orange crush to. Make sure there's no water on my spatula. And that makes me want to put the jasmine right up in everything else, which really is not impossible right now. I'll put some standalone dots and then we'll find out how that works next. Oh, I still want some orange. Do I dare? I've got that blue in there. I'm not sure it's a wise move on my part, but we'll give it a shot. A little more pressure at the end. And that's my so-called sky, weird as it is. I'm going to take some color right off of the painting and add it in. And I would only do that noticing that it wasn't muddy. I'm going to go back in this direction because I see I've got paint I can pull out. That's kind of cool. Oh, now I've got more paint. Neat. I like doing that. Seeing where there's a heavy concentration of paint and then using it. Although I'm sure that there's disaster around the corner if I keep it up. It's still kind of fun playing with it though. Okay, Almost okay anyway. This reminds me of a piece I did years ago. At least the colors. Alright, I say I'm done and then I just want to keep getting frisky. And what I'm doing is I just keep pulling the colors that I see that are glossy, indicating that they're deep. I'm really glad I haven't made green yet. The Chantilly lace will often leave a resist. Got one little spot in the middle. But it's not going to do it after the fact. You have to do it before the fact. I'm going to take those colors away. See if I can have, I wonder if I still have time to do what I want to do on the bottom half. I got 5 minutes. Let's see what I can do. I wish I'd checked all my bottles. I should have. I did yesterday. No, that one's not going to open up without some work. That's the blue suede that I want. And my sharp tweezers that are on my Amazon link are a great thing. You shove them in the tip and you twist them and the dry paint just comes off in a cone. So, being that I don't have a ton of time and I really just want to try something freaky, I'm going to start with the, well, you know what, I'm going to put, I started out thinking I could only do them in curves. That was the blue suede, like I said, and my indigo violet is plugged, so I'm going to use a different color, but right after I clean the tip out. I think it's going to be Sea Monster. I want a dramatic difference between this top and the bottom, which doesn't necessarily make any sense. And I do see something I want to fix. I'm really surprised I can use the colors. I can just go back and pick up and put down. But it's fun to do new things, take risks. This is Prizm Pour Sea Monster. Which I'm not trying to be careful enough about. And I would suggest that if you have more time than me, you be more careful. And I'm thinking this is going to work out just because of the way I pull my spatula in a pattern. This is Fandango. Which I'm not happy that it's leaving little trails with every dot I put down because I'm trying to do this too quick. Alright, I know I have some Royal Sapphire. Which usually makes a wonderful impression. I'm quiet because I'm focused. And I'm in a hurry. It's too close to dinner time again. I gotta quit stressing my poor husband who cooks for me at dinner time out. I am going to give myself, wow, did I hide? No, it's right there. The red violet. I might slide a few of those other colors in. I might sneak in a little bit of orange just to see if it looks like the sunset reflecting. It's basically supposed to be a wave, but I haven't figured out how to make the curl, so it's going to just be water. So hopefully. I love the color that the Royal Sapphire makes when it comes in contact with the pink or this red violet. Now I've got that indigo violet that I cleaned out the tip, so let's use a little bit of that. Well, that's behaving better than some of the other things. Alright. I've got 3 minutes to tell you guys I do sell my artwork. It might take me a minute to go find something. It might take me a couple weeks actually at this rate. But newer stuff is easy to find. Older stuff not so much. I have 30 playlists of my artworks, tutorials, and also they're separated by topic and genre. So if you ever have an interest in something, just let me know. I want to use some light blue. I wonder if I could get away with just drawing lines in there. I'm going to sneak a little bit of this jasmine. The colors will be under the video. Under the video you're also going to find a Colourarte coupon code for 20 to 30% off. I might have mentioned that. I do that. I'm a Colourarte affiliate, so you'll be helping me out and yourself. There's also a 10% off Pixel Paint Designs coupon code. I think I want some white, some Chantilly lace, which is more sparkly than white. But I know I still want some blue. I never did use a Snapdragon, and I've got this Poseidon blue. I'm really curious about this Poseidon blue. I'm not sure when the last time that I used it. Oh, it's very gray blue. I don't want that. But I do have Mystique, and I know I want that. They'd probably be fine together. Yeah, they'd make a good combination. Mystique next to Jasmine is never a bad thing. I'm not sure I can get all the colors down, but when the timer goes off, we'll have a minute left. So if I tell you what I need to tell you now, I shouldn't have to worry about it. I can just swish through and hopefully have enough time to share a shimmer with you, but we'll see about that. That's not necessarily going to happen. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that pale blue that I had earlier. There we go. I think I'm going to just take my chances. There you go, Tara. Another painting before painting. What else have I got? I used the Sea Monster. I used the Fandango. I didn't use any agave blue. I have some Egyptian blue too that's beautiful also. Use some of the agave blue, I think is a good idea. I kind of like it right like it is. There we go. I'm going to run out of time. Alright, let's try and do this thing. Let's just do a double wave pattern. Maybe the shorter spatula. Variation on a theme. I think I have enough paint. I never did use any of the Chantilly lace, and I kind of think I would have liked to. Well, that looks kind of like a wave. I don't want to run over it more than once because it'll blend. Alright, this is a dry painting now, and more than a few days have gone by, and my immediate reaction the next day after I did it was that there was some stuff in here that was messy, and I wish I could turn it around for you and work on it upside down, but I'm going to have to turn it around for me and work on it up right side up. So I'm going to use a little bit of Frosted Berry in my sky and add some other colors to it and see if I can continue the same process or if I have to do something else entirely, which is not impossible. So I have a little bit of sour lemon with some orange crush in it, which could be like any orange you've got. I think I'm going to want some real orange in there too, or some real pink. Or maybe some of this Violet Rose, which is a vivid intense fluorescent. And I thought about using a little acetate tool, but that's going to be if I have to do individual strokes. So for this, I think I'm going to grab one of my larger OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatulas. And I'm going to use a color that's not my first choice. It's a Vivid Intense Fluorescent Coral, because I think it'll blend beautifully. Even if it's a little outside my wheelhouse. I want something much brighter. I think I'm going to give it to myself too. I want some jasmine in there. Let's give it a little, let's peel the clump off the top. Now if this works the first time, like it should, I might do it again, or I might take residuals and do almost anything with them, including putting them on the other side, but they're usually not salvageable. And I'm still learning how to do this. I'm going to start by being smart. If I put the color that I want where I'm going to put the blade of my spatula, I'll be much better off. Let's make sure I have everything I need. I so want to use that paint. So I am going to use that paint. And that didn't seem to hurt anything, because it blended quite nicely. The only thing I don't like is that one yellow stripe, which shouldn't be that hard to get rid of. And I can even blend it in a little, snag some of that color to use on the top edge, because it's a nice blend. This might be easier than I thought it was going to be. Just put everything, every little bit of residual someplace. I really want to try some Chantilly lace and some frosted berry and some other colors. I know the Chantilly lace is likely to leave a resist. I've been wanting to try lines. I think I may have done so, but I really don't remember. That's the red violet again. I'm going to put it at the beginning so it has a chance to blend in with the other colors. I'm going to go later this time. Now this is totally surreal, so I'm not looking for realism. I'm just looking for a nice composition if we can manage it without big paint chips attached. It seems okay to go back over again, but I really want to come down here. I kind of want to put a sun in. I'm basically doing it over as far as I can tell. Let's grab some Orange Crush that I hadn't pulled out in advance, so it's not completely open. But I got lucky, pulled enough paint off the front. Now I think I'm going to use some Jasmine down there too, and I might come back over here again. I want to play with the ocean. I don't want as much Jasmine as I had. I'm tempted by a little bit. Let's put some more Frosted Berry in there since I've got all the same colors, with the exception of what? I'm not sure what I was going to say. Yeah, they look the same, which means I should do that up here. Just blend them together. Try and get rid of that spatula mark. So that's kind of a wild sky. I'm going to continue. More Frosted Berry. More Chantilly lace. I kind of want some of that blue. A little bit. Just a little bit of the Jasmine. What else? I've got Tempting Tulip. I might still put a little sun in there, but I'm afraid it might show through the colors in the background. There's the Tempting Tulip. I kind of like the little bits of white I have. Of course, as soon as I draw your attention to something, that's when I want to eradicate it for some reason. This is my Frostbite with a little bit of ultramarine blue in it. And I'm going to take my leftover paint and do what with it. I didn't realize I had some there. I like the white, and I won't even mind if anything shows through. It's still kind of unkempt, but it's less bothersome sky for me at this point. And I almost made some green. I might even have made some green. So the only thing that's really bumming me out is that right there, and that's got to go. Not sure what I can do to cover that up, but it's just one dark purple spot that's bothering me. So a little camouflage goes a long way. I love my OXO Omelette Turning Flip and Fold Spatula by Good Grips. You can find them on my Amazon link. It's on the link tree below Show More. I want something in there. I'm afraid I'm going to find some blue and make some green. Thinking it's got to be orange. Maybe even a little saffron if it's open. Saffron is a Prizm pour, so is the sour lemon, and so is the orange crush. There, I'm considerably happier with that, but I see I've got another one of those purple areas. And I've also got a couple of spatulas, so give it a shot. If they had been more pleasing marks to me, I would have left them there. But I think I'm going to throw that spatula in the bucket before it dries on. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of my sour lemon to become a sun right down at the bottom. Let's grab a straw. I think that'll make a nice round ball. It's a little bit hokey, you know. Come on, red violet. I figure if I spread it out evenly, I got a shot. Well, that wasn't evenly, but it was close. I don't know if it needs to actually be even or if it needs to be organic. That was the red violet. This is Frozen. I kind of thought I wanted some more orange reflecting in the water, but I don't really care at this point. I'm just tired of seeing the mess. Or the just not quite acceptable. Alright, so the next color is going to be, I've got some Sassy Sprite, which is I believe a Prizm pour. It's been trying to drain toward its tip for a while. So it should be ready to be used. And if we're lucky, it'll turn out to be interesting, and if we're not, it's going to eradicate everything that was there, which I might not be really that happy about. See if I can give myself a little bit of elbow room. I think I'm going to take a risk. I kind of feel like the squeegee would be a good tool at this point. I'm not sure though, but you know what, I could always find out. Maybe not such a great idea with the sun. Should have waited on the sun. I want a little more tempting tulip in here too. I want to go, but what I'm going to do is grab a different spatula. Or do I have a wide enough card to go all the way, let go. I figure if I do it lightly enough, I'll get the effect I'm looking for. And that's pretty much it. That's the effect I'm looking for, with the exception of a couple of things. I'll take my residuals. Alright, that's it's definitely graphic and stylized. I'm okay with it though. Let's take this right here. So that is that, with the exception of that chip that needs to come out. And it looks like you could put a balloon or your finger or anything you want in there. My finger being my next choice. Let's grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, which you can find on my Amazon link. And my Amazon link is on the link tree. I'm just taking the paint. They look like little waves, I think. Taking the paint right off my scrape card, whatever you want to call it, squeegee, pretend squeegee. Cleaning up any of the little indiscreet marks I didn't like before. Covering up anything that needs to be covered up. And saying I love you guys. I hope you come again. I post at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day except for Saturdays and Wednesdays. I don't need 3 more minutes. I think I have everything that I want, with the exception of that one thing that I see that I want to go away. I think that's going to be fine. Maybe one more time. All right. Good sky, good sea. I'm good to go, and I'm going to shimmer this at you, and we're going to call it good. I think I could have put more Chantilly lace into the water area, and that would have been okay. But I like my general. I like everything except for that. That's bugging me. The orange works well to cover indiscretions. I'm surprised. Happy that this is done. I am. Happy you were here also. Thank you for the donations through PayPal. The icon is on the bottom right hand corner of my YouTube channel banner. Thank you so much for watching as much of the videos as you can. I'm just learning how to edit. Finally, after 5 years. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. Please give me a thumbs up when you share my videos. You help me out. My paint pouring recipes are below. Show more. Spring is under the video. That's the clothing and other goodies there, as well as The Gallerist, Society 6, Pixels.com, Fine Art America are all places you can buy reproductions on merchandise, or reproductions in the case of Fine Art America, Pixels.com. I have a link tree. It's got my Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, my Facebook group. It's got everything. It's got a couple of websites. It's got links to everything you can imagine, and then some, and some you might find very interesting, including my Amazon link where you can find my 2 books, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. I think that's all I can think of. I got 31 lists going of playlists on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel and go to playlists, all playlists, create a playlist, you should find them. And if you can't, or you're not interested in doing so, and you mention you like a particular genre and ask for a playlist, or even if you don't ask for a playlist, I might still give you one anyway. So I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I do sell my artwork. And I love you guys. You inspire the heck out of me often, and I'm so glad I learned how to edit 2 videos into one, so you have a chance to see something front to back. And I hope to see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.